All right, 5:21 in the morning on Sunday, September 7th, take 4. Getting old. I'm going to try to do this all in one length. The more I try to split things up, the more I seem to sound like an influencer, and that is not the direction that I want to take this channel in. So, for right now, you're just going to get unfiltered me. There might be a couple splits here and there if I'm showing you something, but for the most part, this is going to be a pretty unscripted, unstructured video. It's just going to be me talking about myself and what I do. So, as I said, this is boiler room woodworking. I, as you can tell by the name, am set up inside of a boiler room right now. Unfortunately, it is my parents' boiler room, and I only have 32 square feet of space. It is 8 foot by 4 foot, and it feels even smaller when you have a tool bench, a toolbox, a dust collector, a filing cabinet, and all of your other tools set up inside it. So, unfortunately, this area, for the past few weeks anyway, has been used primarily as storage, and I've been doing most of my work out in the garage. I just cleared off some space on my bench today for the purpose of making this video. I will show you guys around my shop in a second, but for now I just want to go over who I am and what I do. So, like I said, my name is Colton. I am 24 years old and I am a swim coach. I was a swimmer for 7 years myself. I'm coaching for the same team that I used to swim for, so I have a ton of passion in the sport. But the pay is not stellar. And trying to find another job that is compatible with it can be pretty tough. So what I'm trying to do right now is make my own work, start my own business. I think I understand the technical aspects of woodworking pretty well. I've been doing little projects here and there for 5 or 6 years now, and I had a temporary job that ended a few months ago, in which my boss passed down pretty much his entire shop's worth of old tools to me. So that's when I decided it was a good time to try to get it going and see if I could actually make some money doing this kind of thing. So if you guys have any advice for me, I'd really appreciate it, especially on the advertising front. Again, I feel like I understand what I want to do pretty well. It's just, how do I get my work out there? So if you guys have any advice for me, again, be super appreciated. And that's also the reason why you're seeing me here today. I want to see if I can make some content worth watching, improve myself as a creator, and maybe even get some orders out of it. So I'll show you guys in a second what it is that I do. But yeah, that's what I have going on. Welcome to Boiler Room Woodworking, ladies and gents. All right, so like I said, I'd give you a shop tour. Slide those doors open. And this is all I got. There's absolutely enough space for me to do some carvings on here, which is what I primarily use this bench for. But again, this is a lot of tools to be stored in one space, especially when they all need to be accessible. So what ends up happening as soon as I start a project is I end up having to dig into all of these boxes back here, which then end up on top of the bench and down here, and it just becomes a mess. I've had to move my chair out of here in order to just make this video, but I did want to show you guys around, see what I am working in. I also have to work around this water tank, or whatever it is, which gets in the way, but it is what it is. Gotta make it work. These are a few of my projects. This one was just for me. Unfortunately, I did kind of sand through some veneer. Won't make that mistake again, but again, I think it's a good reminder, especially with the message on the sign itself. This one was a commissioned project. Pretty happy with the way it came out. It's a little bit hard to tell, but there are waves actually carved all the way into this flag here. So it is a waving wooden flag that you can hang with a French cleat for nice, easy installation. And here is one of my recent cutting boards. Again, not a commissioned project, but this one came out pretty well. I think I'm going to use it myself. All right, just wanted to wrap up by shouting out a few YouTubers that inspired me to start up this little project in the first place. First one is Eric Roten. He does a lot of sign carvings with his family out in Arizona. They're completely awesome. They make a lot of content for people like me too, who want to start up their own woodworking business. So if that interests you at all, or if you like sign carving, definitely check him out. I'll put everyone's channel links in the description below. The next two are James Wright by Wood by Wright and Paul Sellers. They are both incredible hand tool woodworkers. As far as I know, they don't use any powered tools whatsoever in their woodworking, and the things that they're able to achieve with just hand saws and planes, stuff like that, is absolutely incredible. I have one plane that I picked up at a yard sale a few weeks ago and tried to restore. I did not do a very good job at it, but I'm going to have to give that another crack, see how I do. For now, I do not really have the patience or the budget for hand tool woodworking, so power tools it is for the time being. The last YouTuber that I wanted to give a quick shout out to is Dusty Lumber Co. His name is Dusty Mitchell of Dusty Lumber Co. He does use power tools in his videos. In fact, he does use kind of top of the line power tools, and seeing him work with those tools is absolutely incredible. He is able to make some pretty wild things with some pretty wild tools. So it's fun watching him work. If that interests you at all, again, I'll put everybody's links down in the description below. Just wanted to give a shout out to those guys. Really inspired me. I really love woodworking because of your content. So that's why I'm here in the first place. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.